Yo,
Yo.
what's good? It's VanN Demand on the New York Mikey Show. What's good with you, bro? Tell the people where you coming from, what you represent. Shout out your social medias so they know where to find you. We're gonna get into it.
For sure. I go by the name of VanN Demand. I'm repping that Pueblo, Colorado. That's over here in 719. You can go catch me on all my social media at www.vandemand.com. That's VANNDEMAND.com. You feel me? Holla back.
And nigga said www.vandemand.com. Y'all heard that? He got his own website. You
Yes,
heard?
sir.
Direct to the consumer, direct to you. Go check them out.
Yeah, I got all kinds of shit. You can get my music on there. I got merch on there. Catch all my music videos. Know where I'm gonna be hitting your city. All that.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, bro. You way ahead of niggas with that. I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
That nigga, it was some Prince shit. My son on this Prince shit. Word. My son got that shit going. Word. So you want to give us a little bit about your background, your upbringing, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So people get like some common ground with you real quick.
Well, I was born in Lexington, Kentucky. I lived there till I was about 7. My mom and dad split up. Dad won the custody battle, so me and my sister went out to California. Actually, I stayed in California, San Diego, California, to be exact. Till I was about 25 or so, and that's when I located out here in Colorado.
Okay.
I've been messing with hip hop and rap for pretty much as long as I can remember. I know my first rap was back in middle school. It was like early 2000s, and there was like a little clique that wanted to rap and stuff. And in order to get into the clique, you had to battle rap like each person, and then if you beat that person, you took their spot in the clique. And there was like 4 or 5 people. So I remember I wrote a little something, something, and I challenged like the first dude, like the lowest dude, and I beat him. So I just got in the click. And after that, man, I just kind of had my fingertips in hip hop, doing shows here and there and writing little raps and whatnot. But I guess I can honestly say I didn't really take it seriously till about 2015. That's when I dropped my first studio project, Come Shop With Me. That was back when I was signed with Futuristic Records. Shout out to GBT3 on that one. But yeah, man, since 2015, man, I've been kind of going hard. I drop something every year, whether it's an album or maybe a little mixtape or something. But every year I'm dropping some kind of project. And lately I just been hitting them in the head with these music videos, man, and these singles, just rocking out.
Hell yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
You think it's better dropping the singles than the album?
For me at this point, yeah, I got a lot of music out there. I got 4 albums and 3 mixtapes circulating. So right now I'm just hitting them with the singles. My last album dropped about 6 months ago. It's called Switch Up. And then about 2 months ago, I dropped The Dream Factory, which is a little mixtape EP. And right now I'm just hitting them with singles. And then I got music videos to back up the singles. So for me right now, yeah, I'm really pushing singles. I don't really need to put a whole full length project out there. But for those who don't have a lot of music out there, you definitely want to hit them with some longevity, something they could just pop in and just go track to track and just ride to. If you're really just starting out or you don't have much music out there. But for me, I got hit after hit. So with the singles, I can definitely pick and choose, what kind of flavor, what kind of energy I want to put out there at that time. And I could just rock with it like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. So far as like the tours go, how you do your own tours too?
Not by myself. I actually started my own record label, Level Up Entertainment, right out here in Colorado. And I do a little mixed bag. I like to work with a lot of people. So I'll go, and depends on who's hot or, who got something going on. I'll kind of just travel with them, help open up the show and all that kind of stuff. But with generating the buzz I got, people, they're coming to me. So the promoters and the venue owners are hollering at me to go out there and put on a show. So that's definitely what I've been on right now. I'm pretty booked out from January 28th all the way to the end of April right now. I got show after show after show. So it's really been moving since I really started being consistent and dropping these music videos, like I said, and these singles, and really getting out there and showing people that, like, yeah, man, like I'm the real deal. They ain't fucking with me, boy. They ain't fucking with me. So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Since
talk that
then,
shit.
man, yeah, they've been coming to me, man. They've been hollering at me. So, yeah,
Hell yeah, that's how you know you shaking and moving when they get the hollering. Word
yeah,
up. That's what
exactly.
that's what's going on and making some noise. Hell yeah, man. So I'll play this little game, man. We gonna ask a couple little questions real quick.
All
Uh
right.
hip hop related. So 90s era hip hop or hip hop now?
90s, 90s all day, bro. Like I be telling people, like my favorite decade is like 95 to 2005 for real. Like,
Hell yeah.
man, the energy was just crazy,
Hell
crazy
yeah.
back then. Yeah, I could listen to 90s and early 2000s rap all day. Not, and that's not to knock on what's going on right now, because obviously I'm making music right now, so I'm not gonna knock it like
Right.
that. But just just like I said, the energy and the flow and what people were doing back then was just it was next level, like next level. So definitely 90s for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. Same here. Who you like? Let's get a top five from you. Let's get a top 10 real quick. Let's get a top 10. Let's get a
From
top
just all over,
just
like it.
period. Just in hip hop, period. Top 10.
Oh
Let's
man.
get a top 10 from VanN Demand.
Oh damn. Okay. Not this ain't in any particular order. This is just like top 10 from when I was younger all the way up until now. Snoop, Tech Nine, Ludacris, Lil Wayne, Pac, of course, Pac all day. Oh man, UGK, Eight Ball, and MJG. I don't know if you count those as like four
Nah, the
or like
group is
two.
one. The group
Okay,
is one.
okay,
You can't
okay,
separate
yeah,
them. Word up.
okay. Dang. T Pain actually, he changed the game for real. Um, Man, how many is that?
What we
Is
got?
that
We got Snoop. We got
yeah,
UGK. We got Luda.
yeah.
We
Lil
got
Wayne,
Lil Wayne.
Pac,
Pac. That's
uh,
five.
yeah, A Baller MJG,
A Baller MJG.
uh, T Pain, that's seven.
T Pain.
Dang,
That's seven.
three more. Shoot. Oh, Tech, that's eight.
Tech
Tech
Nine.
Nine,
Yep, that was eight.
Tech Nine, that's eight.
They be sleeping on Tech. Tech, the independent king. Nigga.
Oh man, yeah,
Word.
I've been rocking with Tech for a minute. Um, Let me see. Can I throw myself in there? Can I throw myself in
Hell
there?
yeah, you can throw yourself in there. Hell
Okay,
yeah, you can throw
I'm gonna
yourself
throw
in there.
myself in there, and then for the 10th one, man, oh, that's hard. Hobson, I like Hobson.
Okay, Hobson,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like Hobson. Yeah,
Yeah, Hobson dope too. Word up. They be sleeping on Hobson too.
yeah,
Right. Hell yeah. That's a solid little top 10 though. I ain't gonna hold you. It's different, but it's
yeah,
solid. Word.
yeah. And like I said,
Different.
that's not to knock on everybody doing their thing right now, because I know there's a lot of Lils out there and Youngs. Oh man. But
Yeah, it's
yeah, just that
everybody
older
living
stuff.
when
Yeah,
young.
yeah, yeah. If I couldn't put myself in there though, a young, I would put in there a young Jeezy. Oh man, I've been rocking with him since the jump. Ever since I
Yeah.
heard him back in what, like, oh 03, oh 04. Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah,
hell
he's
yeah.
something else too. So if I couldn't put myself in, I put young Jeezy. But other than that, yeah,
That
that's my
boy
top 10.
Jeezy is somebody top 10. That's the first top 10 I heard Jeezy. He belongs in somebody top 10 though. He definitely
Yeah,
came through and put it down.
yeah, he
For
did.
sure.
Yeah, he did.
Word. Word up. Hell yeah. So far as the merch, what you got going on with the merch?
I got a Who the Fuck is VanN Demand t-shirts going on right now. I'm working on some hoodies. We doing the final touches up to the double knit beanies, all two-tone colors and some solid colors. I got red and gray, or excuse me, red and black, blue and black, gray and black. I got all black, all white, and we got all pink for the ladies too. So Yeah, we got a little something for everybody.
Okay. And you lived out in Cali for a minute, so I'm gonna ask you some Cali related questions real quick one time.
I
Back
okay,
to the back
okay.
to the game real quick. Who we got? We got we got Nate Dogg or we got YG.
Nate, Nate.
All
Yeah,
right.
that boy's the king of hooks. Nate
Yeah.
Dogg all day, rest in peace. But yeah, Nate Dogg for real, for real.
Okay. Too Short or Snoop Dogg?
Snoop, easy.
Snoop.
Snoop,
Okay.
easy. And it's funny, I got a quick Snoop Dogg story. I met him a gang of times. So way back when, with his football team and stuff, he used to rent out this go-kart and like arcade place. I used to work there and he used to rent it out for his football team. So man, I hollered at him a bunch of times. Yeah, Snoop, he's cool. Yeah, he's real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Snoop is the most famous motherfucker around. Damn.
yeah,
Ain't nobody
yeah,
fame fucking with Snoop Dogg. You better be Oprah. Some shit
right?
like that. Word.
Exactly. Yeah, Snoop,
Yeah.
that's my dude. That's my dude.
Yeah. Snoop a legend, man. That's the first hip hop album I ever heard was Doggy Style.
Right.
Definitely.
That
Far as
cover's
like,
ingrained in my brain, man. I can't forget that cover.
yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, that cover is timeless.
Yeah.
Word. That whole album is timeless. But
Hmm.
definitely, that's not the first hip hop artist I like. I used to hear NWA, but that's the
Right.
first person I sat down and was like, I'm about to listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
I'm with
Definitely
that.
Snoop, man. Word. But yeah, so you living in Pueblo, Colorado. How's the hip hop scene out there?
It's all right. You know, your man's just front running it. You feel me? But
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, talk
yeah.
that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up.
It's like a mixed bag. I'm just in one city. It's like a collective group. It's more like the southern part of Colorado kind of meets the northern part. I do a lot of stuff in Colorado Springs, which is about 45 to an hour away, depending on what part of Colorado Springs you in. But it's a mixed bag, man. It's a mixed bag, but with like the chopper flow and stuff like that, that's really hit home here. A lot of people, you know, try to rap fast like that and stuff, but we're developing our own sound. You know, it's a work in progress. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, man, it's something different, but it's not nothing to be slept on. It's not nothing to be slept on. We coming
Yeah,
for
I
real.
definitely feel like Colorado coming. I just did an interview with a dude earlier, Grim Beard. He from I forgot where Grim Beard from, but he from Colorado. I just
Uh-huh.
forgot the city, but he told me it's like right by Denver, right outside of Boulder type of deal.
Yeah.
Um,
And there's
but
some names out there coming out of here, like on that dang, I forgot that rap show, but Old Man Saxon, he's
yeah,
from out here. Yeah, so people like that, him and Trevor Rich and all that. We got some names out here. We just, you know, they just sleeping on us because we not from, you know, New York or Atlanta or LA. But, you know, as like I said, we coming. We
yeah,
coming.
yeah. Art get made anywhere. That's what these
Yeah.
motherfuckers ain't realizing. Yeah, art get made anywhere. On the New York Mikey Show, we have everybody on here, man. As long as you
Right.
creating art, you could come on. You could be a rapper, an actor, a painter, a sculptor, whatever you are, a model. You
Yeah.
creating art, you could come on here and promote your shit and talk to the audience and get your shit off, man. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
what's
No,
up.
no matter your stature. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
ain't got no respect to persons over here. We respect the artists.
Yeah. We
Word up.
appreciate that. We appreciate that. As artists, we appreciate that.
Straight up. Word. So man, you could just go ahead and man and just let me know, fill me in, man. If I'm not asking you
I got you. Yeah. I'm like an open book, bro. You can ask me whatever. You can ask me whatever.
yeah, yeah. So I seen that you went to like a musical school. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Uh, it was well, it was like a charter school. It wasn't primarily focused on music, but there was definitely a musical education to be had on that. I took a lot of choir. It actually got me out of taking a foreign language, but yeah, I took a lot of choir. I didn't do like band or anything like that, but definitely through high school, I did a lot of singing. And then when lunchtime came around, that's when I was really doing the rapping with my boys. But yeah, I just, did a lot of singing, played a keyboard, a little bit of guitar, nothing too crazy, but yeah, I definitely did my thing. In order to get out, to graduate, I should say, get out. To graduate, you had to do a senior project, and my senior project was I put it together like a 4 or 5 track demo
Oh,
of
okay.
rapping. Yeah, and I had to perform it. I think like three times if I'm not mistaken, and write a man. I want to say maybe it was like a 7 or 8 page paper on like what the music meant to me and how I was incorporating it in my life and what I plan to do with it and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I, with the performing and all that and the talent shows, that's when I really knew that I wanted to do this, for real as my life. And some years later, man, I'm doing it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up, man. A lot of people don't get to chase after their dreams. They just give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They stand in their own way. So it's a good thing that you didn't let your imagination defeat you.
Right. Yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of people, they be chasing the dream, chasing the dream, chasing the dream, and then they give up like right before they gonna make it. Like when they right there, and then they're like, man, I ain't doing this no more. So,
yeah.
it's definitely different, but man, to spend 8 hours in the studio working on something as opposed to 8 hours at just some job that you really don't want to be at, man, you can't compete with that. It don't feel like 8 hours or however long I'm in the studio. It just time flies, and I'm like, what? The sun was up, and I look out the window and it's pitch black. I'm like, where did time go? I didn't eat, I didn't drink, man. I just was in here creating.
Absolutely, absolutely. That shit crazy. That
Yeah.
shit, that shit. These rap niggas be employees too. You heard?
Yeah,
You know what
exactly,
I'm saying?
exactly. And
Yeah,
it's funny you say employees because, like I said, I started Level Up Entertainment, and I'm gonna be signing my first artist here in about a week. On the 28th, I got a big show up in Colorado Springs of the Jazz Funk Connection, and at the end of my set, I'm gonna surprise everybody, and I'm gonna sign them right there on the spot. So yeah, you're gonna sign a contract right there on stage with me. I'm gonna tape everything so y'all can see it live and in the VODs and everything like that. But yeah, man,
all
I'm
right.
out here looking for talent. I'm about to sign my first act. He goes by the name of Snow Dog. So yeah,
Yeah, I
man.
seen them. I seen them on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's on my Discomfort song. He takes the second verse, a little white boy. And
Yeah,
man, that boy can spit. Let me tell
yeah.
you, that boy can spit. So yeah, man, I got the contracts ready, and we about to do the damn thing. So I'm gonna sign him here in about a week. So yeah, man, we making moves
Okay.
over here.
So you want me to hold this interview for a week till you sign them,
Nah,
or
nah, 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 nah,
all
nah.
right,
Let this shit go.
all
Let this
right,
shit go. It's all good. Yeah.
all right. Hell yeah. Just making sure I don't want to fuck up the surprise, bro.
Nah, man, it's all good. It's all good. A
Yeah.
select few people know, I mean, including Snow himself, but yeah, it's gonna surprise a lot of people who show up for the show. Because I like to have supporting acts when I'm on stage, let them do their verses on my songs and give them a little time to shine and everything like that. But I'm gonna really hit them in the head at the end of my set because, like I said, I'm signing him right there on stage. He's signing the contract right on my back, bro. So, yeah, man,
Right.
it's gonna be something different. But I'm making a spectacle out of it because he's my first artist under my label since I started it, and it'll give me a chance to really kind of step back and hone my craft on him and producing his album and his music videos and all that. So, yeah, I'm
Right.
doing the whole nine with him. He gonna have his own album. He gonna have his own videos. He gonna have his own merch, man. We doing everything. We doing it big, man.
Hell yeah. What you like better, performing or creating a record?
Performing easily,
Performing. Yeah.
easily. Don't get me wrong. Making the records, they fun because my style is different and my voice. That's what's carrying me on these records, man. It's me on these records, especially when I start rapping, just because of
Absolutely. You
how
got
my
a
voice
distinctive
is.
voice.
Yeah, I have a real
When I heard you
distinctive
first,
voice.
first person I thought of was Devin the Dude. You know who that
Uh,
is? I'm like, this nigga got one of them Devin the Dude voices. Y'all voice not
yeah,
the same, but you know when Devin Dude is on the record. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
I'm definitely, letting that ride my wave, and that's what's really be getting me all these features and stuff. People who don't know of me, I get on stage and they're like, "What? That ain't no auto tune. Like he be sounding like that for real? Like yeah, like that's how I be sounding on these records, with no effects or nothing." And then they holler at me at the show, and man, I get them a verse back in 2 days. That's what I guarantee. You know, if we work something out and you get me on a feature, you'll have a verse back in 2 days. So
Right.
that's just what I do, man. So
Right. I'm telling you, when you sent me that link and I clicked it and it was your own website, man, you don't know how happy I was. I'm
right,
telling you,
yeah.
I'm like, man, somebody gets it.
Right,
Word.
yeah. But I mean,
Word.
don't get me wrong. People out there who are like, "Oh, he don't have an Instagram or he don't have a YouTube or whatever." I have all that. It's just linked in one space. I got a literal social media section that will link you to my Instagram and my YouTube and even my
Right.
SoundCloud, all that. So you can, if those are the sites that y'all fucking with, like I got stuff on there. I went viral twice on TikTok actually, and man, like you know, it's just a one-stop shop, to just being like, hey, go to YouTube and search my name, go to SoundCloud, search my name. Like I'm not doing all that. Just go to VanDemand.com, and that's your one-stop shop for all your needs. Links to all
Period.
my social media. You can see where I'm gonna be popping up in your town on the events section. You know what I'm saying? I got exclusive photos. You got to have a gallery, bro. And
Yeah.
you know, you could buy my music, you could buy merch right off the site. You can see my music videos right there off the site. So yeah, man, vandemand.com.
Period, man. That's how that shit supposed to go, man. Word up. Because you know Instagram will play fuck games with you. Instagram,
Right.
Facebook, all of them. They do little behind the scenes shit people don't be knowing about. Word
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They play too many games. But
Exactly.
definitely direct the consumer is the future. And it's already starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's already starting. We got people out there like you know what I'm saying? We just need more of us. Word
Right.
up. But for sure, for sure, you got a good thing going. For
Appreciate
sure, you
that.
got some talent. For sure, you hip hop like a motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Straight up. So, motherfucker can't say nothing about that. That is hip hop, man. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Period. And motherfuckers telling their story. Word up.
Hell
So
yeah.
that shit dope to me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can only see a lot of these people. They don't realize that these people got record deals with a machine. You know what I'm saying? They got record deals with a fucking $1 billion corporation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
And
they
they
don't know
got
they got to pay all that shit back. They think
right,
it's free.
right,
You're essentially running up a tab in your name, and that you got to pay back. So you know, just
period.
do it. Just do it indie. You get more
Yeah,
percentage. You get your creative freedom, and you do it on your own time. So
right,
you know, why not? Why not? You really paying for the industry contacts, and you know
right. But you
that'll
gonna
come with you networking.
that
You just got network.
yeah,
Get out there.
that's gonna come naturally though. Like
Yeah,
if you
word of
just
mouth.
jump in the game, that's gonna come naturally when you're getting
Yep.
busy. Like you just said earlier, people gonna reach out to you. I like I can't tell you how many people reach out to me. I reach out to people too, but I can't tell you how many people reach out to me. It's ridiculous.
Right.
People I never even heard of. You know what I'm saying? But they
Hmm.
really somebody. But that's how this gonna go. But you doing your damn thing with that shit. Let's talk about the music business a little bit.
Okay.
You want to talk about masters and publishing? I had somebody on here talking about it earlier, but we can go a little bit more in depth than I
Yeah.
did earlier.
Yeah. I mix and master myself. All that kind of stuff. I got ASCAP, so every time my stuff's played, I'm getting paid for it. That's anywhere. You know, that's first and foremost. You want to be rewarded financially, for your craft. Um, Other than that, with the masters, I have all the masters. Once I sign Snow, I'm gonna be having his masters. I'm mixing, producing everything, bro. So we definitely keeping it in house to keep more of the percentage out there. But that, you know, that doesn't go to say that you can't. You got to put some money behind it. I'm putting money behind everything I do, whether it's promoting or shooting the videos or whatever I need to do. I'm not just, you know, throwing it on the internet and hoping it sticks. You know,
Yeah,
you got to
that
have
ain't
a
gonna work.
yeah,
That's
right. You got
not
to have a
business.
game plan, yeah, and have a little budget to to promote yourself and really show people like why is VanN Demand always in my face, theoretically speaking, but man, I'm seeing his shit everywhere. Well, let me click on it and see what's up. And it goes something as small as even what the thumbnail of your video is. I stay making like the craziest thumbnails. I got one for a music video called Clean AF, and the thumbnail it looks like I'm licking a shoe, and it just people click on it like, is this motherfucker really licking his shoe? Let me see what he's talking about.
Yeah, I've
And
seen that.
you know,
You in the closet with it. I
yeah,
check it all out, bro.
yeah, and especially
Yeah.
with the video concepts too, even like that, like with Clean AF, I got the Jay-Z sample on there. And I'm like, man, what can I do? Like, it's just, real energetic, just fun track. And I was like, man, what will really make this different? And I'm like, man, I'll just shoot this shit in my closet. Like, I got a hell of a lot of clothes, a whole bunch of colors and shoes and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna kick it in my closet and shoot this shit. But it makes sense if you hear the song. And yeah, man, just even stuff like that. And with the thumbnails, even how you're titling your stuff, all that goes together with promoting and having a quality project and being eye catching. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not being stagnant and stale. And what sets this artist or this individual different from the other 100 million people that are trying to rap, or they trying to play sports or whatever. What makes this person different? And I feel like it all ties together with just how I'm rapping on these records, with what I'm talking about, with the titles of my things, with the thumbnails. Oh, okay, you keep harping. I got my own website. Like that's dope to be like, go to my own website. I'm not like, hey, I got a YouTube channel.
Right.
Go
That
see
sets you
that.
apart automatically.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
then
I'm
with the
saying?
merch and stuff, it's a business. I'm a walking, talking billboard for myself, and it just all ties together, especially with the networking at the shows. That's a main thing too. You get a lot of people who come to see one artist, and then I go on stage and I do my set, and their fans become my fans, and that's
Right.
just more money in the pocket. So yeah,
Right.
man, it all
Right.
ties in together.
Right. That's another reason why I do the podcast like this too. Is so that because I get artists from all over the world. But what it do, low key, is to give every artist that's on here more fans in a whole nother country. Like I'm in like 9 countries right now. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
seen that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
so
that.
that'll give people a more wave, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's gonna listen to different countries that you ain't never even think about getting to yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
just a little trick, you know what I'm saying? Because I rap too, you know what I'm saying? So, but they trying to, I just do, I'm just doing my shit a little unorthodox, you know what I'm saying? Just
That's a
doing,
good thing though.
yeah,
Doing
but
it differently, that's a good thing.
yeah, got to. But back to the projects. You want to get a name of some of the projects so the people could look you up on the just name some of your projects.
Yeah, so going from newest to oldest, my latest project I dropped last June is called Switch Up, the best project I've came out with thus far. The one before that, album wise, I'm talking, I had Let 'Em Have It. Before that was Full Schedule, and then like I said, my first project was Come Shop With Me. In between those, I got 3 mixtapes. The first one is VanN Demand Versions Volume 1, VanN Demand Versions Volume 2, and then I got the Dream Factory, which I had my homie Mathematics, excuse me, Kim Been Blazing now. He's Kim Been Blazing. He hosted the whole thing, and doing that old school classic 2006 when the DJ be talking all over your shit. Like, it's a real energetic feel, man. It's a real energetic feel. But if you're looking for my latest and greatest project, it's Switch Up. Like I said, it came out about 6 months ago, but it's doing real well. Sells real well. I got five, four, four singles off of it so far with music videos. Hit 'Em Up, um, Beast Mode, He Doesn't Know, and Discomfort. So
I just seen that joint before we got on this joint too. He
which
doesn't know
one?
you on like
Yeah,
the you
He
on like the
Doesn't Know.
desert.
Yeah. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
I
something
was like,
different,
yeah, that's
man.
creative like a motherfucker right there.
Yeah, y'all gotta go see that video.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta go watch all my videos. But my latest one is He Doesn't Know, and man, it's different. Y'all gotta go peep that.
Hell yeah. Hell
I,
yeah.
I even spelt it all fucked up. Like that's how you know it's something different. It reads like He Doesn't Know, but it's not spelt like that. But yeah,
right. Yep. Right. That shit definitely dope, man.
yeah.
Definitely doing your thing with that. Definitely very creative. And you got bars. You was hitting them with a lot of double entendres in that motherfucker.
Oh man,
I'm like,
see,
okay, my boy know
okay,
what he
see,
doing with
you you a
it.
real you a real rapper. You a real
Yeah,
rapper.
yeah.
Because I was afraid. Because I be doing that in a lot of my raps. Just saying stuff and it has double meanings and all that. And I even did a lyric video to this song too a couple weeks back, like, so you can literally read what I'm saying to catch more of the double entendres and all that, man. But yeah, man, I got some bars. You gonna really have to play it a few times to catch everything that I'm saying. And once you do, it's gonna be that light bulb over your head moment, like, oh, this what? Did he really just say that? Yeah, man, I did.
Yeah, hell yeah. Word. You know what I'm saying? But far as like your label. So you about to sign these artists and then you just signing hip hop artists or you signing R&B acts or
Oh no, I want to do the whole nine, brother. I want singers, I want rappers, man, all that, all that. So yeah, I'm definitely talent scouting to build onto the label. Snow, he just my first one, but that's not gonna stop there. But if you think you got some heat and you know what I'm saying, you kind of got what it takes to hop on board. You know what I'm saying, join the dream team. Holla at me, man, and we can probably get something going, you know what I'm saying, if we vibing like that. So, that's not to say I'm gonna put a whole bunch of motherfuckers on. I'm not gonna sign 50 people,
yeah.
that kind of thing. This ain't Young Money over here. But uh, uh
Right.
but I definitely am looking to branch out, with just more talent in general, but not just with rappers and with singers and all that. Just if you think you got some flavor, you need a push in the right direction. You need some guidance. You need some somebody to put some money behind your project and get you out there. Like I'm your guy, especially on this local front. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to be necessarily in Colorado, to be aboard. Just holler at me and man, we can probably work some shit out.
Right. Now how would these people go about contacting you?
Man, outside of just literally hitting me up on any of my social media, I'm the only one with VanN Demand. That's why I chose that name.
Yeah, that should pop right up.
Yeah, right. My real name is Van Anthony, and so I just put the double N, capitalized the second one, so it looks like it's VanN Demand. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers
Yeah.
always be wanting me to rap and shit. So that's where that came from. They just be wanting me to do stuff. So I was like, yeah, man, VanN Demand. That's what's up. And so just search me. You can holler at me at just shoot me a DM or whatever. But my number is right there on my website, and it's in the bio of all my social media. So if you go on my website, if you go on my Twitter, if you go on my Instagram, my Facebook, whatever, like my real life phone number is in there. And yeah, man, just holler at me. Shoot me a text, call my phone, I'll answer.
All right. Now y'all know all y'all artists that need to get y'all shit going. Y'all
Yep.
know.
Holler at me. Holler
Word
at me.
up. Yeah, but so that money behind it is important, man. That is key. I don't think people realize that's how a business operates. It's like you said, motherfuckers just put their shit up and just pray for something to happen. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's
Keep their
what it
fingers
used to be
crossed.
like, man. That's that, and I'm
Yeah.
not, and I'm,
That's some soldier boy shit.
yeah, like early. Oh yeah, and I mean that was like
Yeah.
after the time that motherfuckers was finding people on street corners and taking them
Yeah.
in and changing them and all that,
It ain't
But
like that no more. Labels trying
nah,
to
man,
invest.
yeah, you gotta put some money behind it, and you literally have to prove your worth to these people, and I say these people because they might not be fans yet. Like I said, there's a lot of people who don't know who I am, who haven't heard my music. Then they go back and they hear my music, they hear the production, they see the merch. It's like it's a business. It's just my business is music. You
Right.
know, providing entertainment, you know, because everybody listens to music in one form or another. Um,
Right.
and that's the entertainment I'm providing. That's the business. And so to, you know, prove my worth, I put, if I'm going to put the money behind it, I'm showing you why y'all should go buy the merch, why y'all should go buy the albums and the singles and all that and everything. So, you know, if I'm not going to support myself, who is?
Right.
That's how I see it. Like I said, I'm
Period.
just a walking, talking billboard, man. Just
Period. That's how that shit gotta go, man.
yeah,
So that's how that shit gotta go, man. It's definitely part of business. I don't like any company gonna spend money on promotion and marketing. You know what I'm saying it don't matter
exactly.
the company. If they don't do that, they're gonna be what we call a felon business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Word. So the same rules apply to rappers. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah. So definitely for sure, bro. Where
yeah.
so just walk me through a regular day of VanN Demand.
Oh man, it depends on what's going on because I'm a dad myself. So you
Okay,
know,
okay.
it depends on what's going on that day. You know, playing with my kid, you know, helping with school, all that good stuff, and then obviously just creating music. But I don't just get up every day and just record song after song after song. It depends on what I got planned going on that day. If I got a show, I got to get my set ready for. If I'm at a photo shoot, if I'm at a music video shoot, if I'm trying to come up with a music video concept, I'm hitting the storyboard and I'm literally drawing this stuff out. You know, it's all pre-planned. It's all mastered, and I know I'm shooting this shot like this shot like this. I'm editing like that. It's all a part of the game plan, as opposed to just running and gunning and hoping something happens. Everything is premeditated, so it really
Right,
just depends on what I got going on at that time. If I'm trying to promote, you know, whatever song or single I got going on, or if I got to knock out these 5 features today for these other artists. So it really just depends. But I'm always doing something musically, whether it's recording a song, recording a music video, editing a music video, getting my paperwork in order. You know, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't see. They just see the flashiness. But there's a lot of brain power and paperwork that goes along with everything that you're seeing when it comes to my content. Right now, with me signing Snow, I'm making sure all his paperwork is in order, getting the dates when his album is going to drop and when we're going to link and start recording, and you know the game plan on his merch and all that. And I'm waiting. You know, I'm getting the beanies ready because those are going to drop here in about a week. I'm gonna premiere those at the January 28th show. So it really just depends, man. You know, whether some days it's more business oriented, meaning paperwork and behind the scenes stuff, and I'm editing and talking to people and doing what I got to do. And then there's other days where I'm just like, man, I'm in front of the camera, I'm wilding out, or I'm hitting record and I'm spitting these bars, or you know, whatever, doing these features. So you know, it's a little bit of mixed bag.
right. Same here. Same thing here. I ain't even start recording yet. I ain't even see what happened with me, bro. Is I end up signing a classical group. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I just joined the classical group, Saint Sosa and the gang. Then I end up signing the rock group. So I joined the rock group, Saint
Uh,
Sosa and the Opium Skyline. So I ain't even
mhm.
really start working on my projects yet, but I'm about to knock them out.
Right.
I had started like this podcast, so I wanted to get this going, and yeah, and I had wrote a cookbook because the name of the classical album is Order the Lobster, so I
Okay.
wrote
Okay.
the lobster cookbook to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah. See, you gotta exactly. You
yeah,
gotta you got your hand in a little bit of different things, but it's all spiderweb
yeah,
effect. It all connects to you, to the same, you know, to
hell
whatever the
yeah,
brand and the business that you're trying to push. You know, it all connects, man. So
yeah. That's why
definitely.
when you said that every day is different, it be
Hmm.
like that, but it's definitely about business. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Definitely gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, it's business, and that's what I'm trying to let these artists know. You know, especially ones after this podcast that come holla at me. You know, from hearing that, you know, I'm looking for talent to really think that it's a game, because it's not. But like I said, on the forefront, all they see the music videos and they see the music and they think it's all fun and motherfuckers is dancing and whatever. But there's a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of stuff that goes into creating these projects. It's not just writing some raps, hitting record, and just, seeing what happens. You really gotta drop your music or your craft at the right time, in the right places, and really get a grasp on what people are listening to you. In my case, since it's music, what people are listening to my music, what kind of songs people are gravitating more, um, things of that nature. So you really got to come up with a game plan, and that's where I'm trying to step in and come up with a game plan for these artists, because you could throw a quarter out the window and hit a rapper all day, but there's a lot of people who don't know what the next step is outside of just, man, I'm just recording songs. I got 100 songs. I don't know what to do with them. Do I
Right.
just throw them on YouTube? Do I make a project out of them? Like, where do I go? And that's where I step in for artists like Snow, who I know personally, who I fuck with. I've done a lot of shows with him, and we've been, in cahoots with each other for some years now. And we had just got to chopping it up and talked for kind of a long time, before I ended up, deciding to sign him or whatnot. But he's one of those kind of artists where, he can rap his ass off, but he needs the a certain kind of attention in order to be like, okay, Snow, we're gonna come out with this many tracks, on this particular project. We need to pick your singles. We gotta get this paperwork going. We're gonna perform here, here, and here. We're gonna drop this on this date. We're gonna drop this next one on this other day. And there's a lot of things that people don't know that need to go behind the music or go behind the business. And that's where I step in to kind of get their ducks in a row and give them the best opportunity to succeed.
Right. Absolutely. You got to just. It's y'all heard what he said. I don't. It's very important. You said something very important. People with 100 songs and just sitting in the computer. Every
Yep.
creator out there, right? I want y'all to take that in. We all know people like that with just hundreds of producers, rappers. They just got hundreds of records
Yep.
just sitting there in the computer,
Doing nothing with them,
doing nothing with them.
or not doing it the right way. Because, like I said, I could drop a song every day and just hope something sticks, but that's also not the right way to just continuously, drop a song or drop a beat or whatever you got going on. So you're oversaturating the market. You're not giving people time to digest what you're putting in front of them. You gave them the plate of food, and you already bringing the next plate, and they just on, the sides. They ain't even touch the main course or the entree or whatever. And you can overfeed them to the point to where they don't care. Van, okay, if I'm dropping a song every day, they're gonna stop giving a shit, when I'm like, oh, check out my new song. Well, you just dropped 5 every
Right.
day for this past week. I ain't heard the third one yet, so
Right.
it's you really gotta take a step back and like I said, come up with a game plan and understand why you're doing the music, who you're doing the music for, and when you need to drop singles or when you need to drop an album. We like to call it feeding the streets. That's what we like to call. You
Yeah.
or
What it
in
is.
dealer term, when there's a drought, that you got to be the one that come through and handle your business when the street there is a drought in the streets, or when the streets is hungry, or you got to drop something when they're like, man, VanN Demand ain't dropped nothing in a minute. Like, I wonder what he up to. Bam,
Right.
single right there. Oh, okay. And now they hungry. Now I'm feeding them. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
there's a right way to do it, and there's a not so right way to do it, I should say. So yeah, man, it's it's a game of tug of war. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a game of tug of war. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that there ain't luck involved. There could be a little luck. You know what I'm saying? There could be the hottest rapper right on the block next to you. He'll never be heard, or she'll never be heard, just because of their practices, their mannerisms, their work ethic. That I've struggled with a lot of artists who is, the hottest rappers, I don't ever heard, but their work ethic is trash. It's
Right.
garbage.
Right.
And that could be a big hindrance on people like that, where they got the talent and they just they just choose not to do nothing with it. And that's not to say, life happens, because there's some life setbacks. I've had that too, with whether it's good setbacks or bad setbacks. We've all had setbacks, but once you get over that hill, I mean, you got to keep climbing the mountain, man. You got to keep reaching for the top. Whatever you did last week, you got to do better the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. Even same with the music. I'm telling you right now, my newest project, Switch Up, is 10 times better than my Come Shop With Me, which is my first project. Not to say that that's not bad, but with me personally, you can honestly see the growth from when I started dropping projects and up all the way until present day. You could see the growth and see, oh man, he's on his shit. And especially now dropping these dimes with, this knowledge with the business, man. It's like I said, they think it's all glitz and glamour, and it's not.
Nah,
There's a lot that goes behind anything you see when it comes to this. And I
it's
got a
not.
good head on my shoulders, and what I'm saying, I've been through trials and tribulations, and I'm trying to help other artists not have to go through those trials and tribulations, or at least not so much of it to where, they hitting their head on the wall of like, what's going on? Nobody's listening to my stuff. What am I doing wrong?
Hmm.
I'm here to step in to be like, yeah, your raps are dope, your singing's dope, but this is what you need to do. And I promise you, your following is gonna grow, your growth is gonna grow. I just had this conversation with another homie of mine named T Royal. He's on the 3P cut. That's the other single. And that's the other one I forgot to mention. I got a single called 3P with myself and my boy T Royal and my other homie Beastie Baron. And I just had this conversation with T Royal about marketing and what he needs to do, because I could see the frustration talking to him. I could hear the frustration talking to him of like, man, Van, what's going on? What's going on? You popping. And I got the music there. What's going on? And I had to, bring him back, take him to fruition and say, look here, bro, like you doing it, you just not doing it right. And I said it in a respectful way. Me and him are tight, but
Right.
yeah, I just had to, kind of, make him step back and be like, yo, like you got to do this. I was even having him change his YouTube name, not his channel name, but like his video names. I'm like, yo, it's not going to be marketable, you naming it this. And I would literally type out and spell to him, yo, spell it, type it like this, put this in there, and it's gonna jump. And man, his shit skyrocketed just from him doing little tiny steps like that, to build up his audience more, and his subscribers jumped and his views jumped on his latest music video. And that's just for me, just taking a step back and just saying like, man, do these like three or four things, bro. And it wasn't nothing major, but just it literally just made all the difference. And I'm knowledgeable like that. I'm telling y'all, know y'all might think
Right.
I'm crazy, but I know what I'm talking about. I
Right.
promise y'all, I know what I'm talking about.
That's how I feel. Motherfuckers be like, this nigga crazy. This
Yeah,
nigga out of his fucking mind, but they be seeing it go. You heard? Cause
right.
I don't even,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't even fuck with YouTube. Like, I be like, I just start putting stuff up there probably like 2 months ago.
Uh huh.
And honestly, I don't pay no attention. Like, honestly.
Hmm.
Cause that's where most of the people consume their music at anyway. So I know
Yeah.
once I
YouTube and
once I get
Spotify. Those
do
are the
what I'm
top. Those
doing
are the
over
top
here
ones.
on Spotify and Tidal, and
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
hit Tidal, Spotify, Last FM. I fuck with Last FM because you get paid some of that advertising money.
Uh
Not only
huh.
do you get your stream shit, they gonna pay you for the ad space, that the ads next to whatever they got going on with your music. You
Uh
gonna
huh.
get a piece of that revenue too. So I fuck with Last FM hard. Word.
Yeah.
But, but
Yeah,
hell
man.
yeah, people be thinking
Yeah,
I'm crazy, but the numbers say different.
exactly. Yeah. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do, bro. That's
Yeah,
why your video got 8 views and my shit got 5,000. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Straight up. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's how the shit go, man. That's how
Yeah.
it go. And then I figured out too that I want to drop. I always drop this, but it's 4.5 billion people on the internet. Like 0.005 is 233,000 people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That to me that was like the ultimate light bulb. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yep.
like, I don't need to worry about nowhere else but the internet. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Period.
The internet is everything.
Yeah, it
The
is,
internet
man.
is everything.
It changed
From
the game.
jobs, yeah, from jobs to how-to videos to putting music, putting paintings, getting your acting reel together, comedy, the internet. Like if you people who are hating on the internet, like yeah, they just got to get with the times, like for real. And even with all these little apps and stuff like TikTok is popping and
Yeah.
all that. But yeah, like you definitely got to stay with the times and you got to definitely keep putting your content out there. You got to be consistent. And when people want you the most, you got to be there to convert those people into fans, which in turn converts them into potential dollar signs. They're going to want to spend money on your brand, on your product, and you can use that to feed your family. And then before you know it, man, you'll be doing your craft as your quote unquote job, and you feeding your family with it. And you know what I'm saying, a day goes by in a minute because you having fun doing what you love to do. So it don't seem like a chore, and that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That shit is the most, that's the best thing I seen happen for motherfuckers, honestly, was the internet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you could get your work ethic in order, shit, you got it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
You got
And I
it.
seen the internet rise from the bottom. I'm talking about I
Right.
was around when the internet took up the phone line. You couldn't be on the internet and talk on the phone at the same time.
Right. That's a
People don't
fact.
know that. That was the thing. You couldn't talk on the phone and use
That's a
the
fact.
internet at the same time.
Word. That's a fact, though. The crazy shit is I remember that, though. Damn. I
Man,
forgot about that, but I remember that now
yeah.
that you brought that
I
shit up.
remember
That's a
all that.
fact.
Cell phones,
Word.
cell phones weren't free until after 9. Motherfuckers was
Word.
picking up and saying, "Call me back after 9 when my shit is
Word.
free."
Word
Yeah,
up.
yeah. The technology has just grown expeditiously. Like you could do so much with the internet, and you could be literally an overnight superstar because of the internet. But you gotta have your ducks in a row. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta know what you're doing. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's success stories where somebody throws a song up or a little skit or something, and Snoop or Dave Chappelle looks at that and they they like it, and in return everybody else is gonna like it. Yeah, that shit happens, but the you'll greater your chances and higher your percentage on making a lifestyle out of what you're trying to do if you got a game plan and if you execute that game plan. That's the big key. You could talk about it all day, but if
Yeah,
you
you
ain't gonna
gotta
do nothing
execute.
with it, yeah, if you ain't gonna do nothing, there ain't no, you just wasting your breath. You just wasting your time.
Right.
So yeah, man, just for all those out there who aren't sure or on the fence, just do it.
You
And I don't want
familiar?
to, I don't want to sound like Shia LaBeouf right now, but I'm just saying, just all these ideas that y'all got out there and what you hope to do and what you plan to do,
Just
just
do
figure
that
it out
shit.
and just do it because you never
Nike
know.
Ben told us that shit too. That's the crazy part. When I
Yeah.
first started doing this shit, I said Nike been telling me this shit the whole fucking time. You heard?
Right.
Word. I'm like, this about a bitch. Yeah. You familiar with the NFT space, bro?
Not too often. I know what it is and I've heard of it, but I'm trying to get into that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know everything about it, but I see that it's
Nobody
really
does.
taking over.
Nobody
Yeah.
does. Nobody does.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? People just get the gist of it, but nobody knows. The experts
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, nobody does that. Yeah, I'm about to get my shit off in that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm off. Fuck that, nigga. You gotta get it while nobody know, because once they know, you know it's gonna be a little, it's gonna be a hard one.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Fuck it. But yeah, so what about the metaverse? You been seeing stuff on that
On the what?
metaverse?
I don't even know what that is. What is
Oh,
that?
that's Facebook changed their name and shit. Like the company for Facebook and Instagram is actually called Meta now. But
Okay.
the metaverse is like virtual space, virtual real estate. So they talking about like you could take a bitch on a date in the metaverse, like you go on your first date at a bar in the metaverse. They about to make a whole different reality for people.
What?
Like you could just go into like Virtual reality. You can just go. You about to make the motherfuckers buying art that is shit like that. So I think the NFT is gonna carry over there, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Put their
Yeah.
NFTs in the metaverse and just anything. But you gotta look that up. Matter of fact, Gary V, you know who that is?
Uh-huh.
Gary V and Mark Zuckerberg just did a interview last week together talking about the metaverse. It's on Gary V YouTube channel. You should
Okay.
check that shit out. That should have had some things clicking for
Mm.
people like us. You heard? But
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to check that out. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm all for learning knowledge, man. I'm all for that.
yeah, hell
Jump in,
yeah,
yeah, like you said, jump in early, man, and
yeah,
yeah, you be on top. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
definitely gonna check that out.
hell yeah. So, but he putting all his energy behind that. Like Mark Zuckerberg, you see, he changed his company to Meta. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he talking about like that being what social media taking a spot of social media. You understand? Mark
Uh-huh.
Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? Uh so yeah, that right there, if we could just figure out how to tap into that as musicians early on, you know what I'm saying? Way before motherfuckers. 'Cause honestly, I was talking about NFTs like 2 years ago when nobody was talking about it. Niggas was looking at me like I was retarded, like they always
Mm.
do. You know what I'm saying? So I made one NFT, but it wasn't good because I didn't really. It was good, but not for NFT. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Type of shit.
You just
So,
you
but
just you just you just getting your feet wet. Yeah, I got
yeah,
you. I got
yeah.
you.
But hell yeah, bro. Definitely get into the NFTs. Definitely research the metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's the future, regardless of what we like or not. What technology teaches us is that we don't give a they don't technology don't care what the fuck is going on. Um, you get politicians that want to regulate shit and try to block shit. It's been proven that they ain't blocking shit with technology. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they
Right.
just regulate whatever. But yeah, so definitely, bro, that shit is the wave. I ain't gonna hold you. Like
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll definitely have to look
I
into
wish I
that.
understood it more so I can explain it more to you and to the audience. But nobody understands it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel so bad. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, bro, check out VanN Demand on his website. Shout your website out again, bro.
VanDemand.com. Easy. VanNDemand. VanDemand.com. You got your one-stop shop to see all my music videos, purchase my music, cop some merch while you at it, check out exclusive photos, check the events section so you can see where I'm coming into your town to shut that shit down. You feel me? And I got links to all my social medias, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, my SoundCloud, my Twitter, and all that good stuff, man. So yeah, VanDemand.com. Go check it out.
Yeah. Who would you say is your biggest musical inspiration?
Oh, biggest musical inspiration?
Yeah, we want the number one person.
Uh, from the business side, it has to be Tech because he's gone through it all before he became the number one independent artist and record label in the world.
Right.
But business side, yeah, him and Travis O'Gwen, I really look up to them in the sense of how they did things and what needed to be done. I listen to Tech. I look up to him musically, but I wasn't listening to him when I was younger.
Yeah.
Musically, it's gonna have to be Wayne because I was bumping him when he was a teenager. When
Right.
he was 11, 12, 13. I
Right.
was bumping him, and just to know the fact that I'm way out in California, and he's 12 and 13, and his music is reaching over to where I'm at, and I'm talking physical CDs. There wasn't no iTunes and none of this shit back then.
Right.
I'm talking about popping a literal CD into my Walkman that the left headphone didn't work and it would skip every time I went over a bump. Uh,
Remember that shit? That
yeah,
shit is
yeah.
crazy.
So musically,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel as though he's definitely in a category of being unstoppable. In that sense. So those are my two that I really look up to when it comes to this music stuff because I know Wayne is to the point where almost anything he drops or he's on is fire or he's making it fire because he's on it. And then from the business side, just to see, them cats over at Strange Music literally start from nothing and really start in their city and branch out and to be just world renowned, I couldn't fathom just really being the number one in the world at something. That's
Right.
crazy. That's
Right.
crazy.
Right. That
To
is.
nobody in the world could outdo me in what I'm doing. That just seems absurd, but yeah, those are my biggest influence. But the list goes on and on. Somebody that has contributed something to my love for hip hop, for my love of the craft of doing hip hop, and it don't even have to be somebody famous. It could just be, I got to give a credit to a lot of my homies in high school.
Right.
We was freestyling at the lunch tables and battling and all that kind of stuff. And that energy and that spirit and those times and those stories and those moments that I think about all contribute to the music that I'm doing today. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
doing the music that I'm doing today if I didn't live the life that I lived.
Yeah.
And
That's true,
and
bro.
I
Yeah.
speak on all that in my music. I got a little something for everybody. Whether it's a love song, whether it's like some trap shit, some hood shit, some mental stuff like He Doesn't Know. That's a real mental song in the sense of, you wouldn't really be able to tell that I was talking to myself, or I'm fighting this, you know, internal demon in my head, so to speak. And the visuals, the music video brings that to life. Now people understand, oh, why was he talking like that? Why was he rapping like that? Why did it sound like he was answering his own questions in his own rap? Okay, now it makes sense. And then they go back and listen to it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more times. And now they get a grasp on the inside of VanN Demand's head, just stuff like that, man. I got a little bit of something for everybody on every single project. Whatever you're looking for, I got you.
The lunch table classic, bro. That's everybody rapped on the lunch table in the lunchroom. They
Oh
need to
yeah.
put that motherfucker in the hip hop museum. It need to be a lunch table right in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. With the mechanical pencil, that's how we was making beats, beating on it with the mechanical pencil and just stuff like that. You can't
Word.
beat that. It's, especially with kids not being able to go to school, with the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, and just even raising my own daughter. I'm just like, man, like it wasn't like this growing up. Like, I'm like, hey, you want to go shoot some hoops, or you want to go
Right.
play outside? She's like, nah, I could just do it on my tablet, dad, and like pull up the virtual park. And like, she's over here raising horses and shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, so just thinking about over the decades of how things have changed, it's just crazy for me to see that a time where you know we had to go over to I got to go over to Michael's house in order to see if he can come out and play. That used to be a thing, but that's not a thing anymore. Like you gotta,
Right.
I gotta hit you up to be like, hey, you trying to get on this game? Like, what's going on? You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm
That's how
telling you.
we interacted.
It's
Yeah,
about to get worse, bro.
yeah.
The
It's
metaverse.
it's
Look into
wild.
that shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
about to get
wild. Yeah,
crazy.
you talking about virtual like dating and stuff, and
Man, I'm talking about virtual
yeah,
everything, virtual
yeah.
life.
People getting
Virtual,
married. See, you sound like people gonna be
yeah.
able to have kids over the metaverse. I'm like, what? Like, man, this shit is wild. Like, I
Virtual
couldn't
life.
imagine like, going through custody, like child custody or divorce, and it's like, yeah, like all this shit is virtual. Like, nah, like what? Like what?
Yeah. Come see me at the virtual courtroom.
Yeah. Going to jail, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I got 3 to 5, in the metaverse, and like what? Like that, like that's a serious offense. Like 3 to 5, like who your lawyer? Like what's going on? Yeah, like man,
Yeah, it's about to get crazy. What you think about COVID, bro? Like what about the pandemic? How you been handling that?
um, uh, fairly well. In that regards, I can understand people being why they're scared, in that sense. And I don't know how real, political or whatever how deep you want to go through this rabbit hole. But I mean, stop me anytime. It might be a bit too much.
Man,
Me,
this the New York Mikey Show. We do what the
okay,
fuck we want to do on this bitch. You heard?
okay,
This shit
okay.
ain't.
Me
Yeah.
me personally though, me personally, and I don't know how else to say this without just saying it. I, I think it to be like a certain kind of, I don't want to use the term conspiracy, but this is what I think. I think it's gotten to the point, and I don't know really the whereabouts, or if it really started how people say that it started, or whatever the case may be. But what I think is, in this day and age, honestly, people are living too fucking long. Like their lifespan is too long. And I think, the government, or whatever you want to call it, needed to do some kind of population control, so to speak. And I say that, I don't know how else I could say that. People are, they're working all their life and they're getting their social security, and they're paying it out in full. And like, I guess, with the USA and the Treasury and all that, or whatever, like, we don't have that kind of funds. People are being born, however many hundreds of thousand people are being born every minute. That's more than the amount of, people dying, and people are just living too long, and they needed a way to be like, well, we don't got enough resources to be, housing motherfuckers until they 110 and 111 and all that. We got to do something. And I just feel it's not necessarily like a mass genocide. There's been a lot of deaths, I know, and my heart goes out to those people and those families who have been, directly affected by this pandemic. But I think it's something bigger, in the sense of that. I've heard that, COVID-19 has been around for a really, really long time, actually. I don't know how true that is, but, it was some kind of dormant disease or sickness, however you want to call it. And, the higher ups were able to to get control of that somehow, and spin it off to be like, well, it's a really bad case of the flu and people die from that shit. That's why it's like, like the percentages of deaths is so high with elderly people and whatnot, and the people who are in their 30s and early 40s, or teens or whatever, like they're not passing away from it. But then to double back and be like, well, if you're under 12, we can't give you no vaccine. Like, so you telling me I can't protect my kid from it? But it's that serious? Like, what's going on? So that's how I feel.
Yeah,
It's
these
some kind
fucking
of,
people playing games with us. You
yeah,
heard? You
that's
gotta
how I
watch.
feel.
You gotta watch some of these Senate debates. They be letting their ass have it though. The Republicans, I got
Uh-huh.
a high new respect for Republicans. They
Yeah.
be letting these niggas have it, bro. Dr.
Hmm.
Fauci and all them niggas,
Uh-huh.
they
Yep.
be firing off on their ass. You heard?
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah,
I
man.
was. It's a news reporter named Jordan. What's her name? Jordan something. But she be having all that shit, bro. She be having all the footage. Word. But
Yeah.
fucking
Well, what do you think? Tell me what you think, man.
I think this shit is a fucking capitalist play. You heard?
Uh-huh.
I think they
Yep.
just getting some money. You heard?
Yep.
Because you can buy some Pfizer and all that shit is corporations. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Word up. And then that's the quickest I ever seen a motherfucker come up with a vaccine. And then
Real quick.
a vaccine, you need four imagine having to get 5 flu shots in 5 months.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
This is
saying?
ridiculous.
It don't even make no
Ridiculous.
sense. Y'all got something else going on.
Hmm.
Y'all got something else going on
And they're able
for
to push
sure.
that to be like, well, y'all can't do shit unless you get the vaccine. There's a lot of places now, even like with the concert circuit and shit. Like, I was looking at Hobson tickets earlier today, actually, and it was like, yo, you can't come to the show unless you vaccinated. Like, you got to get your shots. And then I'm
Yeah,
like,
they forcing vaccines
yeah,
on
like
niggas and shit.
and that even just goes back to the the rights and shit, like your
Yeah, y'all
your
bugging.
freedom of choice. Like, you telling me I can't attend an artist or an event that I've been wanting to see, I haven't been able to see. I could have seen him 2 years ago, but y'all stopped me because of COVID, and now I can't see him in the one day he's going to be in my city because I don't have a shot. Now,
That one thing, the vaccine mandate, that shit infringe on like 4 or 5, maybe more than that, constitutional rights. Or just that one thing.
yeah,
Freedom of religion, freedom
mhm,
of mad shit, man.
yeah. And it's mandatory when you're in the medical field. You
Yeah, that is
have to be
ridiculous.
vaccinated. or you
That,
cannot work in the medical field in any aspect. I'm
the,
talking about from being
to,
a doctor, from just to cleaning the rooms. You have to be vaccinated. And so you
to
telling me
to
I
all
gotta
of
get vaccinated? Yeah.
to the audience. Let me just say this for the audience real quick. For the audience that think we talking crazy, I want y'all to look up the etymology of the word pharmacy. Look that up. What you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna see is poison, witchcraft, sorcery, all that type of stupid shit like that.
Yep.
So I'm not fucking with them. Straight
Right.
up. Yeah.
That's
Then
what's
they
wild.
they control the media. They silence motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they starting to silence their own doctors. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
High level professionals that been doing immune system shit, starting to act like they crazy and they don't know what they talking about now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's telling you you only got to do all that vaccine shit, and then they got you running around with a mask. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Nigga,
Yep.
if you could fart, nigga, and smell your fart through your mask, what make you
Mm-hmm.
think COVID ain't coming through that motherfucker? Like,
Exactly.
I think people lost their common sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
It ain't
They
it
really
ain't
do.
it ain't preventing nothing. You just
Nothing.
you hit the nail right on the head
Word up.
with that analogy, like for real. And
Word.
I'm not against protecting yourself. I mean, yeah, keep washing your hands after you use the bathroom and shit, but
Yeah,
to
you should have
to
been doing
to
that anyways.
exactly.
Before
Exactly.
COVID. Word.
So
Word.
yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I think the same way, and I'm just like, man, it's going to be like that again this year, and I'm predicting again next year. If I'm being quite honest, we're gonna keep dealing with this at least for another 2 years.
These
2022 and
motherfuckers,
yeah,
these motherfuckers
2022 and
talking about
2023 for sure. It's going to be the same fucking precautions and red tape across all this shit still.
yeah,
And
it is. It is.
like,
They
man,
talking about a cyber pandemic. I was on the World Economic Forum website. They talking about a fucking cyber pandemic, bro. Like a so they already, and then they said it's inevitable. You see what I'm saying? So
uh-huh,
these are the same people that said the virus was inevitable before we got the virus. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right,
it's that type of shit going on. People always talk about conspiracy, but it's niggas doing life for conspiracy. You heard?
uh-huh,
Just know
yeah.
that. So
And there's
yeah,
motherfuckers doing 20 years for some weed that I could just go right down the street and buy and smoke on my way back, no problem. But there's motherfuckers still locked up for shit like that.
yeah, it is. That's a fact too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact too. They got, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just economic gain. You know what I'm saying? We in a capitalist country. So if you're not participating in capitalism, it's just like whatever for you. You know what I'm saying?
Or it's bad if they can't tax it. If they can't make no money off of it, you shouldn't be doing it. They Uncle Sam
Yeah,
need his hand in shit. You know what I'm saying? But as
yeah,
soon as they can make
absolutely.
some money off of it, oh, it's all good. Do it as much as you want, as long as you buy it from Uncle Sam, because he need his cut. Then it's all
Yeah.
good. See,
Yeah,
it's
for
all a
sure.
cat and
They
mouse
definitely
game.
need their cut.
Uh-huh.
They definitely need their cut, bro. You ain't lie about that.
Yep. Yep. It
Straight up.
wasn't when they couldn't tax it and they couldn't figure out where it was coming from and how motherfuckers was growing it and all that. It's an issue. Oh, this is what I'm saying. This is enemy of the state number one. Y'all gotta stop this shit. And then as soon as they came up with a plan and to have it be done legally as to where Uncle Sam can get his little cut, no problem. Open all the dispensaries y'all want, but I'm gonna take fucking 40% of that shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Now it's not
Yeah,
an issue because I'm getting
right.
paid. It's not a
After
problem.
after they locked all the niggas up.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Oh no, y'all can't.
Yeah,
Y'all no, y'all can't be millionaires. Y'all can't have 500,000 in the bank. No, 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 no. Because we didn't. That's untaxable. How y'all getting this money? Oh, nobody getting hurt. Nobody dying. You know what I'm saying? They getting high and eating all that, or for medical reasons and all that kind of stuff. But now that they have a way to essentially control it to a certain degree, now it's all right. Now it's okay to go legally get your card and get a certain amount of weed or whatever, and it's cool now because with every purchase, Uncle Sam gets his cut, so it's all good now. We
right.
said y'all was killing each other before, but that's because we weren't making no money off of it. Now we making money off of it, so it's cool. Y'all ain't killing each other no more. We was
Right.
just playing. We was just playing.
Right, though. That's the way this shit is. That's the way this shit is, man. These motherfuckers don't care. I tell people these not these group of people, but this is the country where they came and got niggas and sold niggas as commodities.
Yep.
You think they give a fuck about a nigga selling weed or selling any narcotic or any
Yep.
drug for that matter? There's nothing to do with that. It has
Mm-hmm.
something to do with them having their hand in the situation, like you said,
Yep.
straight up. They
Yeah,
didn't
and
give up. They
it
was
even takes it back. When I was in school, they were saying Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, there was already motherfuckers here when he got here, and he
right,
enslaved them. There were
right,
already people here when he got here, and then him and his men enslaved those people. People
right.
don't know that Christopher Columbus was a fuck. He was an evil ass dude for real,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know that because
All these motherfuckers
they
was.
didn't paint it. Yeah, they didn't paint it like that. They 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 put him on a pedestal, but Christopher Columbus was a fuck.
Yeah,
He
all
was
these people.
that dude, and a lot of people don't know that or don't realize that, or like like I said, a lot of people they probably think we talking crazy, but we not. I'm telling you.
I need to look it up. Look up the Inquisition. Look up the Crusades.
Yeah.
You'll see some surprises and shit like that. I need to look it up. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
we gonna talk how we want to talk. Because the
That's
people that's
right.
gonna fuck with us, they couldn't wait for some motherfuckers to start talking like this. You heard?
Right. Come at me. Come at me. I'm
Straight up.
telling you, I will debate whatever you trying to debate
Straight
all
up.
day. And I have bullet points and I'll be able to harp in on your contradicting statements and let you know why you wrong. No,
Straight up.
I will debate any motherfucker on whatever. Whatever. So come at
Straight
me.
up. Straight up. I'm coming with the facts. I ain't
Hmm.
gonna hold you. The people that don't agree, they just don't know the facts. They not
Exactly.
reading nothing. They're not educating themselves. That's what and all in my findings of me talking to people that disagree. I find out that they don't read. They
Right?
don't they not educate themselves. They're not looking at where the information is at. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So how could you possibly know? Oh, you know from the media. Oh, okay. Somebody owns that. You heard?
Yep. And
Straight up.
it's
So
to the point where literally money is power. Whoever got the most got the biggest say. And that shit is wild to be like, okay, if I'm a billionaire, if I say I don't like the color red, motherfuckers are not gonna like the color red because I said so and I'm a billionaire. That shit is crazy. That
there
shit is
it is.
crazy that you could just literally change somebody's thinking pattern just because of what you have. And you won't
That's where
listen
they fucked up
to the
at.
homeless person,
That's
who's been through it, and oh, he crazy, he homeless, he don't know what he's talking about. But
yeah. That's the
motherfuckers
stupidest
are
shit
doing
ever.
outlandish shit. Yeah, they doing the most outlandish shit because they can, and there's no repercussion and there's no
Yeah.
punishment. They could just do it, and it's just wild that there's people like that who have that kind of power just to it's honestly just enslaving the minds of people to make them think the way that they want to think, all the way back to fucking Hitler. That's what he was doing. The
And
Aryan
they,
race, all that
and
shit. It's the same shit, except for it's not to the extreme where people are getting put in gas chambers and all that. But I mean, it is to the
people
extent because
shit.
people are
That
still
might have
getting
been
killed.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I
even
ain't gonna
now,
hold
people
you.
are still getting killed because they black. People are still getting killed because they Hispanic. You know what I mean?
People
If
getting
you
their
got a
brain
certain
took over.
if
People
you got
getting
a
their
certain
brain took
accent,
over and getting
yeah,
put perspectives on life that's not even real. That's an illusion.
mm-hmm,
Money ain't even money. The shit say it on there. The shit say illegal tender. You heard?
yep,
So illegal tender means the governing law say this is what must be accepted as money.
exactly,
Period. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
And
that
even your
right
bank
there,
account number, it's just a number. It's just a number. You got
yeah,
$1,000 in your bank account. Somebody can go in there and change that one into a two. Now you got 2,000 because the computer says you got 2,000. It's just that
yeah.
easy. It's just it's crazy how the world and society and all that just it just it's man, it's
yeah,
just something different. But
yeah,
hey man, 95 to 2005, man, those are the best years of my life.
yeah, yeah. Period, man. I could say I agree. I can agree with that far as because the shit I learned from 95 to 2000 and about 2008
Yep.
is what
Yep.
sustained me. Word.
Hmm.
Is
I
what
get asked that a
sustained me.
lot. Hey, what do you think the best year or the best decade or whatever? I'm like, man, late '90s, early 2000s for real. Late
Yeah.
'90s and early 2000s was something vicious in a good way, in a good way. For the most part, for the most part, it was just something special. And
Hell
when I'm on
yeah.
my deathbed, they gonna somebody gonna ask me that again, and I'm gonna tell them, man, shoot,
Word.
right? And it's funny
Word.
too because the kids, I use that term loosely, but now they're saying, okay, if you was born in the 1900s, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, the 1900s, like what? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like if you was born in the 1900s, like
Yeah,
your
they
opinion
killed
don't
nigga
matter. And
shit.
I'm like, what? Oh my
Killed nigga.
goodness.
They trying to kill us all.
Yeah, they really speaking like that. The 1900s, like I had to pause and re-listen to that. Like the 1900s, for real. So like,
Trying to kill us. Damn. Damn.
it's just wild, man. Yeah, yeah. You had to think about it. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
was born in the 1900s. Facts.
Right. Right up. I ain't gonna hold you, man. This shit done got spooky out here.
Yep.
This shit done got crazy with just how people just don't think for themselves, man.
Yep.
1 plus 1 is really not two to people no more, and
Hmm.
it's awing to me. I'll be like, you cannot be like these old people used to tell me common sense ain't that common, but I
Right.
never thought that was true. But now that time has went on, I finally found out it's
Yeah.
not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
Oh,
it's wild, bro. Like, and being a dad, that's what I fear the most. And it's like,
right,
man,
right,
my mannerisms and my way of teaching, is that really just the old way of doing it, so to speak? And I'm trying to teach my daughter, like, man, it ain't, there's a lot of stuff that you don't see mom and dad do, that in order for you to have the things that you have, and she's not understanding. We'll go to the store and she'll just be like, well, let me have this, let me have that. And I'm like, well, why? Like, why you think you earned it? You know where money comes from. Like, I work real hard for this and for that, and it don't necessarily come easy, but it looks easy to you. And that's the time. She's in a time frame where, all these YouTubers, they are millionaires. They're literal millionaires from the
right,
internet. And she's like, I mean, she does good in school. She's in the top 5% of the state. I'm not gonna front there. I'm being, those are facts. But
right.
so she understands
That's what's up,
the
bro.
yeah, the value of an education. Yeah, and I'm not sugarcoating coating nothing. I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, she's smart. She's
Right,
smart. They talking about skipping her and all that, all kinds of shit. She's smart, but it's hard to teach her, honestly, really the value of a dollar, or the value of hard work, or you need to do this in order to get that, when she's being there's things being put in her face to be like, oh, I don't need to do that, I just need to make a popping video and I'm set for life. So it's
right.
there's a real thin line when I'm trying to teach her stuff and she's like, well, that's not how they do it on the internet, dad. Like, she watches other kids that are millionaires, 8, 9 year old millionaires, and
Right.
having their own toy line and video game and clothing line and all kinds of shit. And she's like, well, I just do that, dad. Like, you know, let me get this tablet so I can make a video and put it on YouTube and get famous. Or all her friends are people that she played with on Roblox and shit. And I'm just like, do you know these people? And it's like, that their avatar has green hair and glasses, but what does that really mean? She
Right.
can't, she can't, it doesn't click for her because of the time frame that we're in. And that's what scares me the most, that she's not gonna, she's not gonna value none of the hard work or nothing. She just thinks that stuff is just gonna be handed to her because essentially it kind of has. But again, she's a kid and she's my kid, so of course she's gonna be spoiled a little bit. But I gotta kind of limit her on, hey, you can't be on the internet all day and all night, and pick up a book, stuff like that. So
Right.
that's where my head is at. I'm really walking a thin line. Me and her mom are walking a thin line on what we need to teach her, what she needs to know, what she needs to stay away from, because like you said, the internet is right there at her fingertips. We can't always be monitoring everything that she's on, and all it takes is one click and she could hear something or see something that she shouldn't be hearing or seeing, and damn, she's scarred for life.
Right.
So, and that's the time we're in. We just,
And
as
now they
parents,
talk
and
about the metaverse. This shit
yeah,
about to get
as,
crazy. I'm telling you. This
as
shit
people
about to
and parents, and we just got to accept that. And you put me up on game where 10 years from now, like, she could go on a virtual date with somebody and fall in love and all. I'm like, what? Like, like, I had to, get out and talk to your mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had to see each other face to face. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I got to hear what she sounds like and what's going on before I got with your mama. And you talking about a couple years from now, or whatever, you can get on the internet and find your husband, like, essentially. And I'm not talking about like Tinder dating apps. Like, yeah, my boyfriend is, he right here on the computer screen has this, avatar or whatever however they're gonna do it. Like, that shit is wild to me. Wild.
Elon Musk is quoted, right?
Uh-huh.
Saying he more scared of artificial intelligence than he is a nuclear bomb.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that is a big ass statement. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um,
And that's coming
so
from somebody. What did he name his son? Like F937, some kind of fucking airplane fucking
word,
model. Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Oh
His
shit.
son, his son isn't Steven or Christopher. Look it up. It's like fucking
Yeah, I'm a look at it.
B914.
That's
It's some,
crazy shit.
yeah, it's, man,
That's some
it's
crazy shit.
different. Like, I don't even know how to pronounce it, bro.
J128.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, like, that's his kid's name. And I'm like, what? In my head, I'm like, yo, that, like, in my head, I'm like, that shit's wild. But
They got a fucking
it,
VIN number.
yeah, but it's accepted. And it's accepted because he's Elon Musk. If I
Right.
named my daughter some shit, her mom would, I might not be talking to you right now if I try to name our daughter some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're
It is,
saying.
but he can get away
This
with
shit-
that because he is what he is, and he is who he is, and
He
everything that
must
he has,
he
yeah, and
must be a
everything that he's
righteous
done.
man because he has all this. That's
Yeah,
the stupidest shit in the world, bro.
right. Yeah,
You know what I'm
and people are
saying?
gonna think the way he thinks because he is who he is,
Right,
and it's just wild that the world is ran off how many followers you got and how much
right,
money is in your bank account, not the person who's been through it and knows
right.
what they're talking about and giving you some life lessons. Nah, you only got 8 followers, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, it baffles me. It
These niggas is
baffles me.
followers. That's why the
Yeah,
niggas is
literal. They're
followers. These
literally
niggas
called followers. Literally
they look the
called
same,
followers.
they dress the same,
Hmm.
everything the same. You know what I'm saying? They want the same cars, they want the same women,
Yep.
they want the same everything. These niggas is followers. There's
Hmm.
not a lot of us out here that's leaders. You heard? That's
Right.
why these niggas is followers. I don't know what else to say. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
They're
Yeah.
literally called followers. Literally.
What?
Literally called followers. How many
That
followers do you have? How many
that makes me
motherfuckers do
feel when
you
I get
have?
on that shit, that make me feel uncomfortable. Like, I follow some people, but I make sure I don't follow more than 100 people just because I don't like that name.
Right. I think I follow like under like 40 people for real.
Yeah,
And a lot of them
yeah,
is because, they're putting knowledge out there that I can
yeah,
relate to and I can learn something from.
yeah,
I'm not following just fucking Instagram models and shit. Like,
yeah. I don't
nah,
got
like,
none of that. We
I
ain't doing
don't got
none
no
of that.
time for that.
I like my
I'm
I
not
like my women in real life.
there.
You
Right?
know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
not gonna catch me trying to hook up with somebody on the metaverse. Nah, I'm going home for that. So
right. There you
I'm
go.
just like, that shit, it just baffles me. But when my daughter gets older, like that's gonna be socially acceptable to be like, yeah, I met my husband on the metaverse. Like that's cool. Like that's all right. So
Right. That's a fact, man. Word.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not with. I follow people like if I'm we doing business, I follow you, or you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Or if you come on the podcast, I follow you and shit. You know what I'm saying.
right,
Other than
right.
that, it's quiet. You know what I'm saying. I
Hmm.
got no reason to be. I got no reason to be looking into what you're doing. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, unless
Right.
we affiliated in some way. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Word up.
Exactly. Hmm.
Straight up. So that's how that shit go, bro. Word. But yeah, man, it's been real, baby boy. We had some music conversations. We had some life conversations. We had art conversations, period. Because this is it. What we did, we just kicked some art at the end too. They ain't had nothing to do with
Right.
music, but that's still
Right.
art too. This is all art.
We
You know what I'm
dropping
saying?
gems, man. We dropping
Yeah,
gems for real.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing, man. We not playing no games with these people out here because they try to act like they the only way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is
Exactly.
they not the only way. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. We could bust this bitch down. All it takes is a work ethic. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That's
Like
that's
you
that's
was
the main
yeah,
key. The work ethic. You gotta have work ethic. You gotta have drive and determination behind your actions. And what Newton say, for every action there's a opposite reaction. Yeah,
right.
man. You gotta, if you put negativity out there, you're gonna get negativity back. Plain and
Every
simple.
time. Every
Plain and
time.
simple. Yeah.
Every time. I can tell you
Mhm.
when I was in the streets doing all the street activity shit, I stayed in some street shit.
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now that I'm not doing that, I don't stay in no street. I got no issues.
Right.
Word up. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
got no issues. You know what I'm saying? So and everything is love. Everything goes good because all I do is spread love now, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
it. Word.
Exactly. I'm with you on that.
That's it, man. I ain't got no time for that other shit. This is one thing I learned the wrong my way is killers get killed. Once I figured that out, I said, okay, because I'm not
Yeah.
no killer. You know what I'm saying? But once
Right.
I figured out killers get killed, I said, okay, let me sit my eyes down.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. That's
Word
fucking
up.
wild.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But hell yeah, man. Anytime, man, you want to come on the show. It's crazy because my last three guests, y'all got the invite back. Anytime y'all need to come on the show, man, y'all come on the show, man. You know what I'm saying, promote whatever you got going on. If you need me to throw you the alley hoop so you can promote your artists, whatever the case may be, whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying,
Okay. Yeah.
it come through you valid. You know what I'm saying,
I'm gonna take you up on that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be
yeah, hell
hollering.
yeah,
I'm gonna be hollering at you in a couple of weeks to you know what I'm saying, put my artist on and let him speak what he got to say about stuff. So yeah,
hell
man, I really
yeah,
appreciate that. And it's reciprocated, man. If you ever need me to promote some stuff, whatever you got going on, I got you. I got you.
hell yeah. Word up, though. But man, peace, man, peace and blessings, bro. Um, good guy, man, taking care of your daughter. That says a lot, bro. I appreciate that. You heard? Cause
Hey.
we don't got a good name out here. You know
Right.
that.
Right,
Word.
exactly. I was like, I'm not trying to be a statistic, man. Like, I'm,
Word.
I'm, I'm, I'm gonna be in my daughter's life, and I believe all kids need a father or even some kind of father figure, a good one to look up to and be proud of. And I know there's a lot of women out there who are the moms and the dads, and I salute them too, because my dad was that was him.
Right.
Essentially, a lot of the motherly aspects was done by my sister, and she's a real big part of my life in the sense of she was the only family member who's been in my life and been with me my entire life. When my mom wasn't around and my dad wasn't around, that was my parent, was
Right.
my older sister, one of them at least. um I salute her and I let her know every day, like, man, whew. Yeah,
Right.
I just appreciate what she's done for me, and I'm just trying to be somebody that my daughter and that my wife can be proud of, and but also not to leave this earth, you know, giving people a bad taste in their mouth when they're talking about me. I'm trying to leave some kind of legacy, some kind of, spiritual energy that where people can think of me and where my family can think of me. It's the good times and how he overcame and pursued his dreams, and look at what he's doing and look at what he did, and the whole nine, man. So
Right.
that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at.
Hell yeah, bro. Word. That's what you got is you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah,
it. You're doing it. Only thing you got to do is not stop. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Straight up. Other
Exactly.
than that, you got it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
days be hard. Don't let me fool you, man. It ain't all peaches and cream, man. Some days be hard. I
Yeah.
do I really want to get up and take care of this shit? But if I don't, it could all come crumbling down in an instant. Here, what they
Yeah.
say, here today, gone tomorrow. So
That's why
yeah, man.
Nipsey Hussle said one of the realest shit. So he said a lot of real shit. But one of
Yeah.
the realest things that nigga said, that nigga was like, you came too far just to turn back around. Like the
Hmm.
way back around is farther than the way there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Exactly.
At this point, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Yeah,
up. But for sure, man. For sure. You know the steps, you just gotta execute. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
That's it. You know the
Exactly. And all
steps.
you artists out there, like I said, holla at me. It's real easy to get in contact with me. I don't have a whole bunch of bodyguards. I'm easily touched. So just holla at me, and I got y'all for real.
Word up. Hell yeah. Hey yo, bro, hit me up anytime, you heard, man?
Yes,
Hit
sir.
me up anytime, bro.
Yes, sir. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure being on your show, man. We was dropping some gems. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
hell yeah.
Thank you for not being the standard, typical interview that I'm used to, where motherfuckers keep asking the same questions over and over and over and over again. Like, you made me think. I had to really think about what my answers were, because I'm not gonna lie, it was pre-planned. I'm like, oh, he gonna ask me this, he gonna ask me that, and I
Yeah, I
got
don't got
answers
no
to all that.
questions. I don't know what the
Yeah.
only thing I know, only thing that's I'm gonna ask everybody every show is give a little background on yourself and let the people know how they can get in contact with you. Other
Uh-uh.
than that, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to say till it happens.
That's what makes it genuine. That's what makes it genuine. That's when
Hell
you know it
yeah.
wasn't premeditated, man. This is
Hell
all
yeah.
live. This is live.
Straight up. Right up. Yo, it's been real though, my boy. Have a good one. I gotta get to my son. This nigga bugging the whole time. You heard?
For sure, man. For sure. I'll
All
holler
right,
at you.
bro.
All
All
right.
right, in a minute.
Peace.